Alright, so what you're going to do first is you're going to get an eyeshadow base. If you don't have oily eyelids, you could use M.A.C Studio Finish, which I'm going to use today because this is just a quick look, just kind of everyday. But if you do have oily eyelids, you definitely want to use an eyeshadow base. So I'm just going to use a 217, and I'm going to get a little bit of my Studio Finish concealer and just start applying it onto the whole eye. Next that I'm going to use is an eyeshadow from M.A.C also called Orb. This will also be the eyelid color. Now I'm going to take a 252, it's a flat brush. So the reason that I'm using a flat brush with Orb is so it can be more of a packed motion. So when the artists say pack, this is what they're referring to. Next that I'm going to use is just something very simple. It's your blush. The same blush that I have on. So I have my blush color here, and it's the same here, obviously with a different brush. But so I'm going to take some. This is like one of my really old 224s, but it's my favorite because it's nice and skinny. I'm just going to start in the middle here. You always want to start with the brush on your eye where you want the most color. So in this case, I'm not going to start on the corner. I'm going to start right here because that's where I want the color to show more. And I'm going right in the bed of my crease. And I'm working from my eyebrow down so that the colors stay really clean and precise and they don't get cloudy. Also, another thing is in the crease, you always want to use matte colors. You don't want to use anything shimmery because it's going to look real muddy. So I picked up some more color on my brush, and you can see I'm doing circular motions. If you feel comfortable, you can do more of a windshield wipe. Can you see that? Alright. So I'm just applying until I get my desired level of darkness. And depending on your eye shape, this is kind of a universal look. No matter what your eye shape is, it doesn't matter. This will pretty much go with you. But depending on how your eye shape is, I have a large eye gap. So I can really take the color out and go around and just fill it in. Next what I'm going to do is, for me, my eyes are actually a little bit more narrow set. So I need to take a lighter color and put it in here. I don't recommend it on someone whose eyes are a little bit further apart, but if you have normal eye, you can totally do it. I just do it a little bit further. If you don't have your eyes more narrow, you'll just want to do a little dot with a skinnier brush. So I'm using a 217, and mine is the holiday version. So I'm just taking a little bit of NYLON, my go-to corner color. So you can see I'm just doing circular motions again right in this area in the inner eye corner. So you can see it's starting to come together. Next what I'm going to do is my eyelid again with Orb, which was our under the brow color. And I'm going to go back to my 252 flat and again packing the color. So I'm just going to fill that gap. You want to leave this out of there. So right underneath, I'm just going to pat that right on there. Picking up more color. And you can also turn the brush and go right by your eyelid. This is going to make that color just look a little bit fuller. So just patting it on again. I mean, you could do this one time, you could do it 2 times, 5 times. It's just going to bring the color out more. Next, what we're going to do is put some color in the corner here so you can see how it fades into medium color, and then there's a darker color in the corner. This color is brown script. It's more of a red brown. With the 224s, you really just want to use the tip. You don't want to use anything more but just that tip. And if you feel like you got a lot, you can tap it off on anything. So here I'm going to focus right in the corner because that's where I want the color, and I'm actually going to bring some onto my eyelid for just to kind of open it more. So I'm focusing right in the corner and then bringing it up just ever so slightly. And again, when I'm dipping it, it's just the tip because you don't want this whole entire area to grab to that color because it's gonna look kind of funny. it looks really pretty when you can see that separation of the two colors. So here I'm just picking out color and just adding it as I see. So you can kind of start seeing where there's the dimension on there. So I think that's pretty good. And blending. And now if you feel like, uh-oh, I think I need to blend more, you can pick up your other 224 that was dipped in the blush color. Oh, the blush color that I was using also is called Gingerly. So it's just like a warm, peachy color. So you can go back over that outer crease to blend the two together. Alright, so I'm going to take a face wipe and clean underneath. Right in here. If you don't have a face wipe, you can take a tissue, just wipe on there. You can put some lotion and then take the tissue right off. The color will come right off. So I'm just going to clean right under there. Next, what I'm going to use is a 210. So they call it a pencil brush. And I'm going to use ground brown. Again, I'm just taking the tip and I'm just going to go right along my lash line. This is an everyday look. This is really easy to bring into a nighttime look, but since it is a daytime look, just going for that softer look, so I'm using just the eyeshadow. So just following the lash line. So I'm just following my natural lash line and getting some color over there, but that's okay. We can wipe that off. So next what we're going to do, and see I got some underneath, you could just wipe that right away. So next what we're going to do is put some concealer underneath the eye. This is the same concealer that we use for an eyeshadow base. So with the 217, just applying it right underneath and kind of around here. Taking it out. This kind of acts as just a soft highlight. It's nothing really contouring. And for me, I really fell in love with the NC15 eyeliner. It's from M.A.C Pro, where you could use anything light. It's a nude color, so it's the lightest concealer. So I'm going to use that in my waterline so I have more of a wide awake look. So just going back and forth in the waterline a couple of times. Next, what I'm going to use is dip down my absolute favorite fluid line. So what I'm going to do is just go from the corner out and just kind of make a line. So you see that, and you can kind of look, alright, kind of similar. You can always go back over here and make it however you need to. But next what I'm going to do is bring from here, just connect it straight across. So just right straight across. It's pretty simple. And then also wherever you're bringing the brush, wherever you want to put the color, the arrow's going to go first. So over here, I was pulling it out, but now I'm bringing it back in. So you're pulling the color out, and to get it real precise, you can just kind of flick it out there. Now I'm going to also use this underneath my eye. I'm just going to use sweeping motions. And we're also going to put some eyeshadow under here with that same pencil brush. But just so we can, this is water resistant, so it's really nice because it'll last throughout the day working wherever you are. The eye again with that pencil brush. Under the eye you could use shimmer, whatever you want, but I'm just going to kind of go over that line so it's not so harsh and it just looks really soft. Under the eye you could go really smoky too with this look because it's not so much on top. So you could go pretty smoky underneath. So you see I'm just kind of blending it in. And I'm going to take a little bit more of that nylon. And I'm just going to use my 252 because I'm just grabbing a tiny, tiny bit. And just getting it on that inner corner. So for those of you who aren't as close set as I am, you could just do this underneath a tiny bit. I'm going to use false lash. So this mascara is really great because it's flake proof and it's really dark and it will naturally help curl your lashes. So I'm just going back and forth on my lashes, kind of like a teasing motion. Alright, so next I'm going to apply some blush. And I already have a little contour, so I'm going to just put it right when you smile. It goes right in there. So I'm just going in circular motions. And just until I see that I have about the same as the other side. So that looks pretty good. So I already powdered and contoured. So I used the mineralized skin finish from MAC, and I like to pat that on instead of buffing that because it sets in and looks really pretty. So for my lip color, I'm going to use Hue, H-U-E. It's a great color from MAC. I already have some lip liner on. It's called Bure. It's a cream stick liner. These are actually water resistant, so they're pretty nice. And I'm just going to apply a little. And with the lip liner, I did my bow first, and then I went from the outer corner in, just like that. And there you go. So it's a really natural look, but it does look, you know, pretty and professional. I put lashes, so you see how it looks nice, and it's great to go to work or to wherever you want. So I hope you guys liked it.